Diaspora Forum once more. Once again, thank you for your responses. It's really helping us. Today's topic is it's going to be a little bit long, and it might take a part 2, but depending on your responses, then I'll know whether to do a part 2 or whether just stop it here. It depends on what you want. Look at the topic of the day. See what your children are doing. Yes, parents, see what your children, in fact, sometimes even your wives, your son, see what they're doing. Like I always say, this is the place. This is the place to be. I will very much want you to advertise in either a segment or in any or the program. The whole episode will be very welcome. So here we go. Before we, please, there's a disclaimer. A lot of things we say here, if you don't do them, please don't do them, because it's no good. There's nothing good that will come out of it, only problems. But it is, with the reason we're saying it is so that parents are aware of what is going on behind their back. They might think they are raising saints, but they don't have saints at home. So here we go. First, we'll present you with the proverb of the day. Take a look at it. Take a look at that frame. Guess what it says? It's something our ancestors have been warning parents about. It says, train a child the way he should go, and make sure you also go the same way. Yes, we have to lead by examples. That's where our ancestors said, when a mother goat is chewing, the children are looking at his mouth. Okay, like we said, please click, like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. This is the place to be, Diaspora Forum. Yeah, the first segment, like we always start, is Did You Know? Take a look at that. Did you know, for example, look at, just take a very look. You might not have seen it before, but it's important you should look at it and realize what it is. The Lambodo bone. The Lambodo bone is officially the world's oldest mathematical object. Yes. The 43,000-year-old Lambodo bone is a kind of tally stick found in Swaziland. Again, in Swaziland. The Lambodo bone is essentially a baboon fibula that has tally marks on it. It is conjectured to have been used for tracking menstrual cycles. Yes, menstrual cycles, because it has 29 marks on it. Look at it very well. All you have to do is to Google it up. The bone is dated approximately 35,000 BC and resembles the calendar sticks still in use by Bushman clans in Namibia. If you don't believe that, look at another one. Yes, look at that picture. Look at it, Google it up. It's called the Ishango bone. Yes, the Shango bone was found in Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. Yes, the Shango bone is a bone tool described as the world's oldest calculator. I say it again, the world's oldest calculator. And the world's first mathematical tool, again, is made of the fibula of a baboon. Did you know? So when people don't tell you things, or that you don't read about things, or because it's not in a history book, it's not because it's not in our history books, it's not because the facts are not there. People in Africa have been doing things that we all should be proud about. Think about that. The world's oldest calculator. And think about the Lambodo bone. Did you know? Okay. Like I said, the topic of the day, see what your children are doing, parents. Yes, parents, please be careful of how you talk to your children. Fathers, mothers, because you're frustrated with your job, things are going on. Guess what? The first thing you tell your children, look at your mates, do this, do that, go and get married and all that. Well, guess what? They've heard you. Now you don't hear your children say anything, they keep quiet. Once they come, they go to your room and you assume they're studying. It's a lie. Watch your children closely. How do I say it? A lot of the children are on, what do I call it? Acetaminophen. Yes. Acetaminophen. Yes. They are all on drugs, tramadol, whatever it is, Tanolol, whatever it is that they're taking to dull the pain. They are on it. Look closely. Open your eyes and watch your children. That they don't say nothing to you does not mean that they're not dealing with their own stresses in school, with bullies at school. So when your children begin to make complaints, when your children begin to tell you something, when you make outrageous demand, they are crying out for help, parents. They are crying out for help, for crying out loud. Please listen to them. Please listen to your children. They have mental issues. They are on drugs. In fact, it doesn't even stop there. By the way, you say, what gives me the right? How do I look? By the way, I was a recruiter in the United States Army. I went to schools, I went to homes, I dealt with kids. Most times when I tested them for drugs, the parents don't know that the children failed. Of course, I'm not going to tell the parents, but I know these kids, they're on drugs, they're medications. So many times I tell them, okay, let them come back next year or other, but the truth is this, I know. When I walk up to, look, from their hair, from their nails, I know these things. I go to schools, I talk to them. By the way, I also have a PhD in counseling. So I've dealt with this thing, I know. What else? Hey, by the way, do you actually know that females actually drink vodka through their pads? Yes. You see your kid standing in front of you, they might be drunk, but the truth is this, they don't smell it. They do this to beat the breathalyzer test, but the truth is this, they might be sipping vodka right in front of you through their pads, and the guys too, through their behind. Yes, I am telling you this. Look at your kids very well. Look at your kids. Your kids, look, you might look for the second phone. You think they have two phones. No, it is still one phone, but they have two pins. One pin for you, for parents, and another pin for when they are sexting and doing all this nonsense right in front of you, with you in the sitting room. Once she goes into her bedroom, she's doing other things in life. Be careful. And then guess what? Most of these girls, most of these boys, it has become normal. Everyone just send out their nude pictures for people they will not marry. Think about tomorrow, kids. Please, it's not about beating up your girls. It's not about beating up your boys, no kids. You got to talk to them. It is dangerous. Most of these kids have their nude pictures everywhere. It's all on the internet. And they should realize once these things have left their phone, once they said send, forget about Snapchat, forget about all these things that they do. Somebody will always retrieve them. Somebody will always use it against them when the time comes. They gotta stop it. Did you know? That's not the end, you know? You gotta watch out for the tattoos in their body. Yes, these little innocuous tattoos. You think they're very little. Look, some of our kids are cutters. Yes, cutters. They cut their hands, they cut their body. They're cutters. Look at the tattoos they have on their body. It tells you a lot of things. They are really trying to tell you a lot of things. Your kids might have been raped. Yes, you see people with the teardrop. People say because maybe they killed. No. Some kids, look, there are different types. There's a complete tear and there's one that is still like it's shiny. They're trying to tell you something. They've been raped. They are hurting. They are trying to hurt somebody. That's why they put it. It might be in their hands. But when they do it and you see the complete thing, don't be deceived. Watch the tattoos on. Look, they might be. There's nothing. I'm not saying anything specifically is wrong with being LGBT or anything. But guess what? These tattoos tell you who they are even before they come out of the closet, who they are. Watch it. Are they cutters? Are they killers? Are they hurting? Are they in pain? Are they LBGT, yes. And then the names they have in their body. Is it gangs names? And then watch out. If your kids have a barcode on their body, any part of their body, but particularly the back of their neck, they've been bought. They are somebody's property. Yes, your kid in that your same house is somebody's property. Barcodes, watch those things very well. It's trouble all the way. Watch those things. And then guess what? They join cults because you're not there. They're looking for power to belong. They want somebody to talk to. That's why they join these cults. They want power. They think that's how they're going to get it because they cannot get across to you. They've been hurt or they want a message to be sent to somebody. Yes, And then people that live with grandparents, they clone your kids. Yes, watch your kids when they have soap bars with them. They clone your kids and you don't know. When grandma might be sleeping, grandpa might be sleeping, or you must be, they just push the vehicle out and then go for joyrides. Be careful of that. And then as a recruiter, I met a lot of kids that when these bad boys go out, they try to take clean kids who have no rap on them. And as soon as they hear the police siren, guess what? Everybody throw their weed on the floor of the car, and the clean kid always take the rap. And the police actually perpetuate this and they encourage those kids to take the rap for the rest of the crowd. But at the end of the day, they don't know the damage they've done to themselves. I can no longer put them in the military. They can't even get grants. They can't even get student loans. These are things that happen to people of color who must be. Tell them no. If the police tell them you want to talk to your parents, call your lawyer. Do not take rap for other people, particularly marijuana, but especially in some states. These are dangerous. Yes, these things are happening. And then guess what? A lot of these little kids, 10, 11, 12, they think fellatio. Yes. Going down on the kids in school that it is not sex. Kids all do this now in school. You don't know, but it's happening in front of you every day. Kids say, no. They swear, I've never made love. I don't have sex. But the truth is this, they think fellatio is a normal thing. And it's going around everywhere. Yes, these are the things your kids are doing. And then, hey, by the way, do you see women in brothers now? No. Guess what? They all go, most of these girls, they all go to various hotels and register. They have catalogs in those hotels. Yes, they have catalogs in those hotels. Your wife, your daughter, your children might be cooking for you, and then they get a phone call at this hotel, meet this client over there. And then they go and do whatever it is, get the money and come home. All because you keep telling them, see your mates, see your mates. Now they've seen their mates and see what they're doing. Yes, your wife might be at home and somebody called, I want to see her, and then she tells you she's coming. Where do you think the money comes from that she does her hair, Brazilian hair, she does all this thing, look good, all that? Do you think it was because of you? How much money did you give to her? Think. Yes, it's happening. And then guess what? I was in student union when I was in college. So guess what? When politicians come and sponsor student union, what do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing? They have staff that recruit girls in colleges for them. Yes, I was in student union when I was in college. So when you see politicians come and sponsor the things we do, what do you think? We liaise with the recruiter in government houses. Yes, a lot of them. When these politicians, do you think they travel with their wives? No. Come to the colleges around midnight and you see government official diplomatic cars come in, and then they meet the person in charge, and then you just not call you on the phone, and then you get into the car and then you go and service them. Yes, it's happening. That's how your children are making it, and you don't ask questions. You think it's okay. By the way, a lot of these kids go to pills party. Do you know what is pill party? Those are your medications that get lost you don't know where they are. Guess what? Your kids pack. They don't even know whether it's aspirin, whether it's morphine, whatever it is, the capsule, whatever it is. They just grab them, throw them into the box, throw them into the Ziploc bag, and take them out. And when they go to this pills party, they all pour all the pills that came from different homes, and then everybody just scoops some like candies and swallow. They don't know what it is. Yes, this pills party. Like I said, I was a recruiter in the United States Army. This is what kids do. Watch them, please, for God's sake. I have a friend who has a doctorate degree. His wife has a doctorate degree because of what? He refused his wife to work even for one day. Just please take care of these kids. And these kids turn that right. They're doing really well. You might be lucky. I'm not saying every kid does it. I'm not teaching kids what to do, but I'm saying these are the things that they're doing, and it's killing us. We've got to be careful. We've got to be warned. We've got to open our eyes and watch these kids. Yes, parents got to act right. Look, there are adults out there, pimps, adults out there telling them what to do. They guide them. They cry to them. They are the people that listen to them, tell them good things they want to hear. And guess what? When you are away, the kids come to your house, they search the house, they look for your starch. Yes, your Playboy, your Pink Boy magazines that you think you hid. The kids, hey, and your wife, their toys, they know where it is. And then sometime they let you know. And once you know that they know you're compromised and they can do what they want to do. Trust me, a lot of you know this. Like I said, I have a PhD in counseling. I went to kids' homes, both in rural and urban. I was around. It was horrible, the things that you think your kids don't have tattoo. Have you looked at the middle of their head? Have you looked behind their back? Have they taken their clothes off for you? Do you know what they have? Be careful of these kids. Don't think, oh, give me your pin. They will give you the pin for parents. There are a pin for parents that you can see certain things. And then there's a pin for their sexting. And there's a pin for different things. And then guess what? These kids have learned to speak a new language. They speak it backwards. Repeat, they speak languages backwards. So right in front of you, they might be talking to their friends and you can't even understand it. I did it when I was a kid. I did it when I was a kid. Parents, you gotta be careful. And then watch those sleepovers. They don't tell you where they're going, but halfway they change their clothes. But do you know the crazy uncle in the house they're going for sleepovers that tell them the things they want to hear that you never tell them? Politicians, you introduce your children to politicians. They do interns in their offices. Come on, do you know what they do? Your kids beg them to be in their Facebook. You know, they introduce themselves on Facebook. Right in front of you, people are sleeping with your wife, sleeping with your kids. You don't know. Watch them. Today's jargon amongst the kids is the more you look, the less you see. Yes, kids, look. You think your kids are in the room sleeping? They can hack into your neighbor's satellite dish and watching all those channels you think you ban them from watching in your house. Watch them. Be careful what your kids are doing. It's not about beating them. It's about talking to them. It's about explaining to them that these things are destructive. Is going to kill them. Their phones are super coded. Your kids must understand about the destructiveness of certain things, not about you yelling. And then you got to live right. And then fraternity. Look at fraternity. Oh my God. They humiliate them and videotape it while they're trying to join to belong. And once they humiliate them into doing things they don't, you know what I mean by they humiliate them, to do things that they will never do in real life. Guess what? Now, fraternities they are resources for all these politicians to come and pick up women. So once they call you, the madam calls you, you go. All right. I'm sorry. It's terrible. When I was researching for this, the kids said, Uncle, why do you tell our parents you've killed us? But I said, guess what? It's for your own good. These kids are dying. And then look at you. Some of you think you live in suburbs. Look, suburbs are real storage facilities now. These kids that live in downtown and all that, they know that their houses, the police stop them. So guess what? Before they leave, they take bags that belong to other people. Yeah, the backpack your kid is carrying, did you search it when they came home? They don't tell you what is in it. They don't even know. It's locked up with Ziploc. It's locked. They don't know. So your house might be storage facility. Okay, I'll stop here. Depending on your reaction, I'll see if I have to do a part 2 about this, but see what your kids are doing. All right, we'll go to shout outs. Take a look at that. Yes. The first one is the Nigerian youths. Yes, Nigerian youths at NSARS. Nigerians are tired of Nigerian leaders' economic mismanagement, deceit, election malpractices. In response, Nigerian security forces have responded to overwhelmingly peaceful protests against police brutality with more violence and abuse. But Nigerians are finally waking up and pouring in large numbers into the streets for structural changes in administration. They demand the disbandment of SARS, reduction in the shameful salaries and remuneration of members of House of Representatives and other government officials, an increase in police salaries and provision of effective social amenities. Yeah. Number 2, again, kudos to Cameroonian youths. Yes, despite the ban on gatherings, people in major Cameroonian cities have taken to the streets demanding the resignation of President Paul Biya, who has been in power since 1982. Yes, the Cameroonian people are protesting to free themselves from the tyranny of the dictatorial regime, mismanagement supported by foreign governments like France and China. to whom the president depends on for personal gains against the people. They want to see an end to the country's iniquitous electoral system, as well as the civil war in Cameroon's northwest and southwest region. They called for these people called for independence or federalism to the Anglophone region of Cameroon. Kudos to Cameroonian people. Number 3, again, to the Sudanese people in Khartoum, Sudan. In Sudan, it's all about Thawra. Yes, it's an Arabic word for revolution. It is a moment they say they have been waiting for the past 30 years. The Sudan uprising is a welcome breath of fresh air in East Africa. It started with complaints about the cost of living and food, but it quickly morphed to calls for President Omar Bashir's step down. He has been in power since 1989. Thank you, Sudanese. Look at that lady. Thank you. It's good news in Africa. Thawra indeed, revolution. Number 4, Angolan people. Yes, despite Angola's horrendous colonial past in which the Portuguese subjugated the people, siphoned its resources, and imposed corrupt leaders like Eduardo dos Santos that protected their interests in Africa, the Angolan people seem to have had enough. Seeing how the former president fraudulently manipulated its national resources to his family, making his daughter Isabella dos Santos Africa's richest lady, and other members of his family rich. The government has seized dos Santos family's assets and investigating various financial allegations thanks to the uprising. This is good news in Africa indeed. We must control our natural mineral resources, go into manufacturing and sell our products ourselves. Thank you. Number 5 is the world youths. Yes, the Black Lives Matter. Kudos to the Black Matters movement around the world, which is symptomatic of what can happen when the truth gets out and the youths recognize the importance of unity in the struggle to end police brutality against the people because of the color of their skin, to end socioeconomic and voter suppression against others. They rightly recognize that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Thank you. Thank you indeed. This is very good. 5 of them, starting from Nigeria to Cameroon to Angola to Sudan, and then to the world youths for what they're doing. We're very proud of them. Hey, please take a look at remember to like, subscribe, and make your comments. I would like to know, depending on what you say, I might have to do a part 2 to this. If not, we just move on, look for another topic to help our people in attacking the miseducation of our people. But in this case, this is what we did to ourselves, and we have the challenge we have to take as a people to redress it. I'm a motivational speaker. I really look forward to coming close to you, talking one-on-one, so that we know how to address the challenges we face as a people. That's my information. If you look right there, you see my information, personal information. I look forward to hearing from you. Once, like I always say, keep up the good work. I'm proud of you. Change is coming to Africa. Again, change is coming to Africa and the world at large. Remain blessed. Emeka is my name.